Hey, this is Paul Payton with Focal Splash, and today I'm going to show you how to remove an object and replace it with what you imagine is underneath it. In this case, we have a precious little girl. This picture is important to her mother, and she'd like to have that yellow toy removed from the picture. So that's what we're going to do. And I thought it was a good opportunity to show the use of some tools, and away we go. We're going to use the Quick Select tool, one of my favorite choices in selecting objects. Just go right over it like that. And when we zoom in, you might be able to tell that it didn't quite select all around the edge there, the outer edge, because it's a slightly different color and things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the selection slightly. So select and then modify, expand, and I'm going to expand it by 5 pixels. All right, that's going to make sure that the whole toy, that every part of it is selected. 5 pixels might have been much, and then, that's what I chose to do. And then I'm going to hit Shift Delete. All right, Shift Delete brings up the Fill dialog. Another way to do that is to go to Edit and then Fill. All right, and we're going to use Content Aware Fill. You could fill it with black. You could fill it with some other color. But Content Aware Fill and Color Adaptation, Normal Mode, and hit OK. And see what it does. Alright, and I think Photoshop has gotten pretty smart here about its ability to just decide things. Okay, not perfect. We're not going to leave it like that. But as a start, that's pretty intense. A lot of the work is done here. So I'm just going to deselect that. And we're going to choose the Clone Stamp tool. Right here, I usually use S, and then I hit J if I want to go to the healing brush, and S to go back to the clone stamp tool. That's my favorite way, is using keystrokes. All right, and then I'm going to hit Alt here, and just, I'm at 40% opacity. I'm going to go to 100% opacity. I hit the 0 to get to 100% opacity there, and just go like this because I want to be at 100% because I want it to fully write over it. I'm going to grab this right here and just kind of start down here. I want it to look like this just continues, and that could be fine right there. Hit Alt here and grab that. Who knows what it was really supposed to look like, but I just want it to look kind of normal. Alright, the important stuff is over here. Alright, so this bib is going to continue down, probably just continue down. We'll see how that looks. So I'm going to just grab this edge here with the clone stamp tool. Just grab that right there and just start painting. Just paint a line so we have a starting point right down like that. Okay, and then I'm going to just go on this side of it. I didn't choose any other selection. I'm just choosing this and trying to fill in this arm just a little bit here to see if we can just fill this in. And I think her elbow is going to be there someplace. And this part, I'm going to hit Alt here and choose her arm here and bring this down there and just start to fill in there. Now her arm is going to curve, and with the curve we should use the pen tool. Alright, and just fill in a little bit here. I'm liking what we have so far. We're going to make sure this looks right before we're done. Alright, so just let's back out of it and see what we're doing. Pretty good. So far, we've got more work to do, obviously, but let's go ahead and fill this in down here. I'm going to choose Alt. I don't know. I'm going to choose Alt. Just use that. Alright, so just going to clone stamp some more here. Just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and shave this part off of her arm and a little circle here. And we'll just look and see what we got. Okay. She's going to have a cute little pudgy arm, but that might be a little too pudgy. So what we're going to do, instead of just trying to fix that without really seeing it, we're just going to clean this up. So I'm going to use the healing brush here, shrink it down some, grab this texture here, and just paint over this texture. I like the shadow coming down straight like that. I think that's fine. We're just going to get rid of some of the repeats here so that it looks smoother. We don't want the baby skin to have repeating spots on it. It just doesn't look like baby skin. Alright. So, getting close here. I really like it. Now, I'm liking that. I'm gonna try to use the Liquify tool now. And up here is the warp tool. Make the brush the right size. And I'm just gonna warp this out a little bit. And then make the brush a little bigger and warp this in a little bit. Because I think that looks like what an arm would look like. And then, okay, down here, we'll just zoom in a little and get the warp tool again and warp that elbow in just slightly. What a cute little pudgy arm. Let's make it a little less pudgy. There. And if that doesn't look like a baby arm, I don't know what does. So let's zoom out. Alright, and we'll go ahead and leave the Liquify tool, and we'll just look at this stuff right here. Part of the Liquify problem, you know, is it liquefies more than you want. So I'm going to hit the clone stamp tool, grab this right here, and just come over and paint right up next to her. Alright, just kind of look, use the healing brush again, the J. And I'm just gonna paint right here, grab from here and paint here. The Alt key grabs pixels, and the normal, just without the Alt key, puts the pixels down. The Alt key works that way with lots of tools. For the paintbrush, if you have B and you want to get a color, you use the Alt key and you pick up a color, and the other, the normal without any keys, lays down that color. So we can paint with a color. I can paint right over this. I'm painting at 20% opacity, so it's not just going away. But see, lay down the color and pick it up. And we can hit the clone stamp tool and pick up pixels. I'll pick up some pixels right here, and then lay them down right here. And then the healing brush, same thing. J, pick up some pixels and lay them down. That's what the Alt key does, the opposite of what the other, normally the opposite of what you're trying to do with that brush. And just remember that and make things a little easier. Alright, let's zoom out. Okay. Very nice. What I want to do now is, I'm holding the Z key down and then moving, that zooms, and then the space bar and moving it around moves the picture around. So Z to zoom in, move it back and forth, and it zooms in and out. I think there's, looks like a little dirt here. We're not in need of any dirt here. So I'm going to hit the J key and grab from right here. And see, we just, that's one way to do it. I like that way. Just go ahead and, I'm not liking that there. Just go ahead and paint it. Select this out here and put it back a little bit. Just kind of smudge it in, a little blur it in, because the healing brush does like to blur things. All right, so I think there we have it. Got a little dirt from there. I'm thinking that looks fine. I know we added this whole section here, but I think it looks like a little girl's belly right there. And it looks like a little girl's arm. And I don't think I could be much happier with the results here. Before and after, before and after. If you'd like to see more tutorials, just subscribe to the channel, and as I make some more, you'll get notified, and you can watch them or not. It's up to you. If you have any questions, if you have a picture that you'd like me to edit, go ahead and leave comments or make requests and things like that, and I'd love to make a tutorial for you. Focal splash. All right, thank you for watching. Really appreciate your comments. If you think I did something wrong, if you don't like what I did, you ever walk around with some dirt on your face and nobody tells you? Well, a friend would tell you. So if I've done something here that you don't like, or something that could be done better, please let me know. All right, have a good day.